At long last, it has transpired. Life as it is right now is not a computer program. Breaking news. Gold is trading around $40 per ounce. The gold and silver you need can be purchased online at SD Bullion. For new clients, sdbullion.com is the place to go for spot gold or silver. Chop fresh. Much obliged for your time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Look at silver first. We have a lot of ground to cover today. The current price is $40.87. With a gain of 2.55%, we are up just more than $1 today. Man, this is huge. Since 2011, this is the first time silver's price has risen beyond $40 per ounce. Additionally, let's examine gold briefly. At $3,487 per ounce, gold has surpassed its previous all-time high and is now only $13 short of $3,500. Now I suppose it's only $12. Overall, it's a 1% increase from yesterday. The gold-silver ratio is worth looking at. Because silver is in motion, it is falling. Rising at a quicker rate than gold, we have dropped to 85. I can't believe this, but the ratio is going down as silver climbs. The price of silver exceeds $40. One of the key reasons that gold and silver are going up is because of the Fed rate cut bets. Most of the articles that came out today that talk about silver's price going up talk about how the Fed is more likely to reduce rates. Additionally, this one discusses the dollar's weakness. But while observing the US dollar index, which is currently at 97.74, there is one item I would like to bring to your attention. When we examine the 52-week range, we can see that the dollar hit a low of 96.38, which is still far from where it is now, and yet gold is at an all-time high. The price of silver is at a 14-year high and rising, while the dollar has more downside potential. Now that we've covered the potential rate decreases, let's examine the CME Group FedWatch tool. At the next meeting on September 17th, they are predicting that rates will be lowered by nearly 90%. Only a few weeks remain until it happens. There is a roughly 10% probability that rates will stay the same. But if we wait until the October meeting next year, we have a 50% probability of getting another rate cut. Therefore, the one in September may be the initial domino to fall, and rates may continue to fall from that point on, which would be fantastic news for gold and silver prices. Furthermore, if we go ahead to December, there is a 40% probability that we may receive a third rate reduction this year. I have my doubts that we will end up with 3, one for each session, by the end of the year. However, the sky's the limit. X was updated by Peter Schiff last night as silver broke through the barrier. Claims that things are beginning to heat up. Just set to hit 3,480. Gold is currently about $30 higher. Silver is about to reach $40.50, up more than 70 cents. Bitcoin, however, has fallen below 108,000 and appears set to go much worse. A silver and gold breakout would be quite negative. About Bitcoin, and he goes so far as to say that on occasion, the two will behave in opposition to one another. Therefore, if gold prices continue to rise, it's feasible that Bitcoin prices may fall, and precious metals may be the way to go at the moment. Check out this response he sent to someone. The value of Bitcoin is inversely proportional to that of gold. When gold prices fall or remain stable for an extended period of time, Bitcoin prices rise. South, if you're interested in cryptocurrencies, I highly recommend keeping a watch on this. Check out what Mike Maloney has to say in this piece. This was released last Friday by him. The US currency, he claims, drops to $1.40 per ounce of silver. If you're not familiar with precious metals, you may be asking, what on earth is he talking about? When you read this. Gold and silver are only elements. Anyone who has been stacking for any length of time knows this. The true mover in this market is the dollar. Since the price of silver has risen to $40 per ounce, if we establish it as the unit of measurement and base the dollar on it, then each dollar will only purchase 0.4 ounces of silver. Therefore, your perspective is key. I mean, it's likely that the dollar will go to zero at some point. At some point it will happen, but how much time exactly is anyone's guess. Great post in honor of silver breaking through that barrier, in any case. In the spirit of joy, here are 3 memes shared on the Wall Street Silver Reddit. This $40 silver breakout is the first one in this set. Currently, the silverback gorilla is atop the bull. Now that silver has broken through that barrier, these bankers are likely all shorting the metal in a state of panic. Oh no, they're going to lose tens of millions, if not billions, of dollars as the price of silver keeps going up. This is a fantastic meme, and I can't decide whether I love it or like it. This is a sad-looking SpongeBob. And it says, "Hey folks, stock up on silver if you think it'll be $30 again." It appears like silver is unlikely to drop so low anytime soon, so maybe you should jump on this opportunity while you can. If silver climbs up to $50, $60, or even higher, $40 might seem like a steal. Last but not least, Obi-Wan Kenobi, $40 per ounce of silver. It has been quite a while since I've seen a price like that. Many years. Well done. Let the partying on the Silverbugs Reddit thread continue. Here we have one post. We have achieved our objective of 1,000 ounces, a couple of years of piling. Doing the math, amassing 1,000 ounces of silver in that time is impressive. I am happy for you, my friend, even without a shot of the entire stack. That is fantastic. Updated post from about 2 years ago. Take a look at this pile. That stack looks fantastic. Here are some Britannia bars that weigh 100 ounces. There appear to be 2 distinct variants. I have no idea what this one is, but the amount of gold is staggering. Holy cow. This is a very attractive stack. Once again, excellent progress in only 2 years of stacking. I must say, this is quite remarkable. Found at a nearby second-hand store, this is the final post. Very well, something is in the tube. I am still unsure of what it is. Very well, buffalo rounds appear to be what they are. At the thrift store, I found 21-ounce silver buffalo rounds. Perhaps it was in a bag or a shirt pocket, but I'm curious as to how much they paid for it. That is a major obstacle. I have no clue. Holy cow. Also, how much would 21-ounce silver rounds be worth now, considering the rising price of silver? Imagine that. $800 worth of silver? I still can't believe I just said it. They just discovered $800 worth of silver in the thrift store. Oh my God. An update on the gold-silver ratio was posted by Make Gold Great a while back, and they actually have the GSR throughout history. View a few of these figures over here. In other words, in ancient Egypt, the value of 1 ounce of gold was equivalent to 2 ounces of silver. Moving down the list, we proceed. England in 1200 is ours. When it comes to silver, 1 ounce of gold is equivalent to 11 ounces. We even had the United States of America in 1792. The weight of 15 ounces of silver is equivalent to 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce of gold is equivalent to 88 ounces of silver, as was said today, August 10th, when this was posted. There seems to be some issue with this. It seems like this ratio is off, all over the place. Further, the ratio has decreased somewhat after they made that public. Now we're at 85, but imagine if it were to return to that 15-to-1 ratio. How might that be depicted? In other words, we will divide $3,500 per ounce of gold by 15. To return to a 15-to-1 GSR, silver would need to reach $233 per ounce. I don't believe it will go that high, but it is clear that silver needs to go much higher to level things out. Plus, while gold is at its all-time high, silver is still only at around 80% of its all-time high. To reach that level, silver has to rise another $10. Nonetheless, silver's $12 year-to-date gain is worth considering. After surpassing the $40 mark, an additional $10 does not appear to be much. When I first began uploading videos to YouTube, silver was selling at around $16 an ounce, and everyone was predicting that it would never reach $20 again. Days like today bring that memory flooding back. According to them, silver will continue to decline and will eventually flounder. According to them, silver is merely a metal used in industry. They were so mistaken. It isn't even a valuable metal anymore. Not only did silver break the $20 mark last year, but it has now surpassed $30 and $40 per ounce. So, silver's future? In the space provided, please tell me your thoughts. Your support is tremendously appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you in my future video. Dispose of the silver dragons.